Echo the stories that ignite a fire inside.
Welcome, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Echoes of Wellington. It's another privilege to chat with another immigrant here in the diaspora, here in Canada, and to discuss some very important topical issues. Like I always say, most of the experiences we have individually as immigrants here in the diaspora are shared experiences. They are not peculiar to us alone. And so that's one of the things, the reason we have this platform set up where we discuss some of these matters that borders around us as immigrants, our challenges, our trials, our triumphs, our experiences, our lessons, our wisdom, bordering on different aspects, and then we share it so that some other immigrant out there would learn. I do believe that in the course of our immigration journey, we pick a lot of important life lessons that will be valuable for other persons to learn from. And so that's why we have this conversation. So like I always say, if you find our content valuable to you, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, share, make your comments, let us know your opinion as well. Let's engage. That's one of the things that will help us to keep doing what we do. And so thank you once again, and welcome to this particular episode of Echoes with Wellington. And so today, I'm really excited about the person I'm going to be speaking with today, just because I have a strong respect for him, not because I know him too much, but just seeing him from afar and the way he conducts himself, him and his family. I've had one or two encounters with one or two of his children, and I just admire his, the way his courage, what I see, the air I see around him, and how he moves with his. In fact, anytime I see him, I always see him with his wife. I think it's only now that he's not here with his wife, and so we're going to be focusing specifically on the immigrant's family, the welfare of the immigrant family. How do you define a successful immigrant family? That's what we're going to be focusing on today in our conversation. And so I'm really excited to draw from the wealth of knowledge of this particular guest of mine. So I'd like to welcome you to chat with me on Echoes of Wellington, Mr. Abiola. Yes. Good to have you on this set with me to have this conversation.
Yes.
And thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate you coming to have this chat with me. The first time I thought I needed to have this chat with you was when I saw you celebrate, was it 18 years or 19 years
19,
in marriage?
19.
19?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. Yes, amazing.
That's a milestone.
Yes,
That's a milestone in marriage.
Yes,
That's a milestone in marriage,
Yes, it is.
19 years. And I was like, wow, okay. I'm 13 in marriage. We've also done more than a decade.
Yes.
And I would say God has been helping us, and it's been beautiful. It's been really beautiful journey. So I thought, okay, I know this man has been here for a while in this part of the world. There are a couple of persons I know, and I've also heard of so many stories of immigrants coming from Nigeria or different parts of Africa to the diaspora, intact as a family. And then they come in here because it's a different environment, a different background, and all of that. They don't just understand how within 1-2 years things will fall apart and the center can no longer hold.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when you find a person who's thriving in terms of their marriage in this part of the world for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, you want to have a conversation with them and say, hey, what's your secret? How are you doing it? So, but we'll come to this core of this conversation very soon.
Okay.
But let's start from the very nitty gritty, right? So my first question would be, why did you decide to leave Nigeria? Like, when was that time that you and your family decided you wanted to leave Nigeria and come to Canada? And what made you leave?
That's a very big question, though. But I think the focus more was trying to build, give the kids, give them the kind of life that is very, competitive globally. And give them the exposure. Before now, we'd had privileges of traveling overseas on holidays.
Right.
And, but I think the drive there basically was to expose the kids to global competitiveness, and
Right.
make them, put them on that pedestal where they can, be whatever they want to be without limitations
Right.
across the world.
Right.
I think that's basically the drive. It's quite unfortunate that we come from a part of the world whereby individualism is the order of the day.
Yeah,
Unlike a
right.
world like egalitarianism. I mean,
Right.
we're not perfect here, but of course you'll see the difference between where we come from
Right.
and what we see here.
Right.
No matter how it is, here you are able to be whatever you want to be, as far as you can dream of it, as far as you can make the commitment and move in the right direction. Nothing limits you. Nothing absolutely limits you.
Limits you.
Absolutely. We've seen African kids, we've seen people from diaspora, we've seen people doing amazing things here without no form of limitation. So
right.
Yeah, you can't place value. You cannot place monetary
value to the exposure.
Absolutely.
So that's a good, and that for me, that was one of the major reasons why we moved as well.
Yes.
And we trust that our children will take advantage of we get to expose them as much, and then they take good advantage of it as well.
So true.
Right? I can tell for sure if you've been married for 19 years, this marriage definitely must have been laid on some solid foundation.
Absolutely.
Core values, principles, faith, and all of that. Yes. And well, most of this core value, most of this foundation was laid in Nigeria.
Yes.
And so my question would be that when you moved to Canada, to this new environment, did you experience anything, or has there been anything based on this environment that shook your marital foundation?
For sure. Oh, yes, for sure. The environment is different.
Yeah.
The way things are navigated here is different, from financial to emotional to how the world here, the environment here is laid out. The functionality of the environment here is laid out. Back home, you have, communal life. You have so many people out there to support you, to help your wife, to help you, the husband, and you can navigate your way because it's a communal kind of living. But here in perspective, it's more like you just have to deal with your baggage. You just have to deal with all yourself. So for sure, it stresses out. But like you said, building relationship has to have a solid foundation. And there's so many factors that you would have to consider when you're building this foundation. What's your friendship level? What holds both of you together? I think it's very important. What holds both of you together? And on top of it too, whatever faith system you practice is also very important. You must share the same faith perspective. Right. And it helps you having the same focus, agreeing on your goal and objective. And on top of it, how do you communicate? And do you listen? Do you afford one another grace to listen to one another and have this robust conversation? And from out of all this conversation, you must also have an action line too. Right. If your wife is complaining about something, you got to give a listening ear. Right. See how you can help. See how you can step up. If I'm complaining about something, my wife will also give me the listening ear and see how she can step up. So it's dynamic. And again, it's very collaborative. You have to help one another to be able to achieve your goal. You got to listen. You have to show empathy. You have to communicate right. I mean, I cannot overemphasize communicating right. Communicating right is within the spectrum of what the issues are at that particular time, and getting to resolve it and taking action. Finally, again, this is for the men. I will say particularly, a servant leadership approach genuinely helps to build a very strong foundation.
Wow, that's a powerful perspective. Now,
yes.
Just a powerful point you just raised there.
A servant leadership. You must be able to lead by you yourself taking the lead. For example, your wife is making dinner. You're there helping too. Yeah. You're fixing the kids. You're planning out everything. Yeah. You're having conversations, and you are also saying, leading from the front is key in your relationship. Right. When your wife sees that, when your partner sees that, both on the wife's side, on the husband's side, I think you will be able to make some good headway. You'll be able to build some good solid foundation. We have every night a prayer section in my house where we talk about our plans for the next day.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Do you want to say that
Yes,
again?
yes, we
That's
do.
a good practice.
Every night we have a session.
A session in
Yes,
your house.
in our home, where we talk about God. We talk about every day. We
Right.
do Bible studies.
Right.
Then after that, my kids call it updates. Then we update ourselves. What's going on for you?
Beautiful.
What's going on for you?
Wow.
Based off of that, we'll plan. I talk to my wife. Hey, okay, I'm doing this for the kids. Tomorrow, you will do this in the afternoon. And our days are solid.
So there's intentionality.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You don't just allow the days to run by itself.
No. And we celebrate every little win too. As a family, every little win, no matter how small, we celebrate it. Kids are doing okay in school, they got good grades, we celebrate it. Wife is doing okay, got some promotion from work or whatever, we celebrate it. You pass an exam, we're celebrating it. We're putting it out there, and we encourage one another. Basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. And the way you say it, for the sake of people watching,
mm-hmm.
they shouldn't think it's that simple and it's that easy. Like it's not,
no,
it's intentional
absolutely.
work.
That's the word, intentional.
And like the way you said, servant leadership, because it might even inconvenience the partners carrying out this rest, but but you're doing it because you're working towards a goal.
Absolutely. You have a common goal.
A common goal.
It's your family.
Yeah.
It's you against the world.
Yeah.
So you really have to build a home where everybody comes to have the comfort they need.
Right.
Both the kids, both the wife, she's coming home to a comfort place.
Right.
That's not to say we're perfect.
Yeah.
That's not to say there are no issues.
Yeah.
That's not to say there are no hot arguments.
Yeah.
There are.
Yeah.
But again, you must deal with one another with grace.
With grace.
And that's why I say that your belief system is also fundamental.
It's all fundamental.
Whatever you believe in is also very paramount. Sharing the same belief system also gives you the baseline.
It gives you the baseline to know we can't condescend below this level.
I'm going to deal with you in love.
Yeah. We can't use harsh words on each other.
I'm going to deal with you in kindness.
Yeah.
I'm going to deal with you in empathy.
Yeah.
Because that's what my baseline is.
That's your baseline.
Because of my belief system.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So, but now I'm focusing specifically on you've been in Canada for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
So just because of the peculiarities that the Canada, environment, and the peculiarities of the environment and the effect it has on marriages, especially for immigrants, and the shock that we experience when we come.
Yes.
Would you say, has there been what's been your lowest moment, especially in marriage, since you came to Canada, if it's convenient for you to share?
Absolutely.
Do you have did you ever experience a low point, or it's always just been rosy and easy?
No.
Like when there was a family challenge where you guys were stretched.
Absolutely.
And how did you come out of it?
Absolutely. There will always be. Yeah. There will always be. Like I said, the environment is different. It's structured differently. There would always be.
Yeah.
And sometimes you go to work, you're stressed out, or your wife goes to work, she's stressed out, or she's sick, or she's not. You being one of the parties being able to step up, or when the kids have issues there and there, being able to step up to it and, dealing with the issues as they come and understanding that, hey, it is what it is. You just have to deal with how it comes. Right. So it's not going to be rosy. It's challenging, in all spectrum, including financial, including emotional. It's challenging, no doubt. But again, you got to step up when you need to step up. You got to be there when you need to be there. And like the word you've rightly used, intentionality is everything.
Yeah.
You being intentional about when those challenges, when they come up, you have to be intentional.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time my wife had few challenges at work. And it stretched for a very long time. But again, like I said, being able to be available, emotionally supportive, listening.
Yeah.
I think what I've also learned on this journey is you have to also learn not to judge you don't judge. Listen to the woman most times. Listen. She just show empathy. They just don't want you to even fix anything. They just want you to listen.
Yeah.
So I learned that.
Yeah.
I learned that because I learned that it was when you complain what activates in me is how do we solve the problem.
Mhm.
But I got to learn that sometimes when I complain, I just want you to listen. I just want you to listen. Just be that shoulder where I can cry on at that time. I just want to cry. I don't want you to fix anything.
Don't fix anything.
I learned that, and when you learn, when you're up to it too, and when you're intentional about it, you put everything within your powers together to make it work. So that was a very good lesson I learned. Allow the moment to go. Let it go through its process, and you are strong together.
Be a strong support system.
Being a very strong support system.
Yeah.
Yes. For men, I think it's always, it could be easy for men the way men handle things, but it also could be different from women the way women handle things, because maybe we're built differently. So we really need to be able to understand one another and being able to, bridge those gaps when those gaps are showing up.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Wow, powerful point there. As we're speaking, I just thought about the scenarios we normally have, especially in Africa, where in Africa, the man is always, of course, is seen as the head of the family. The man is the one that, it's not in all situations, but majority of the time, or most of the time in most homes, the man is the one that is expected to hit the ground, go out there, grind, do the big hustle, do the business or the job, like breadwinner, right? And like you said, the tradition of, the woman is not feeling too well, the man is cooking and the man is washing dishes. It happens in Africa, Nigeria, but it's not a cultural thing, right? And then we come to this part of the world, and sometimes families experience what I would call a shift in the power dynamics in homes. Where all of a sudden, both of you, the man and the wife, comes into this country. Within 2 weeks, the woman has already gotten a job. It takes the man another 6 months. He's hustling. Nothing is working out. And in this place, for some reason, you just realize that at some point, it looks as though the woman is becoming the provider. It looks as if she's the one bringing the bigger bread. And the man is still struggling. Right? So a shift in power dynamics, a shift in, did you ever experience anything like that in your own situation where there was a period where it looked as though Madame was contributing more? And if not, if there is a family experiencing that, what advice would you give to them to see that they successfully go through that period without breaking apart?
Yes. First and foremost is that we have to learn to unlearn some certain things. We have to learn to unlearn.
We'll learn to unlearn.
Programming that you have to forcefully lead, I don't think it's the right way. I don't think it's right. Like I said, servant leadership. As a man, it should just naturally happen that you are the man of the home and your wife is the woman of the home. And there are some certain things that you want to do to, help and be available and show leadership. I think it should come naturally as a man, that you are the man of the home and the woman is the woman. I think both roles should come naturally. That's one. Two, like I said, you got to learn to unlearn some things. You don't force some of these things. Don't force it. Be out there. Make yourself available. Listen. And there is an extent to which we have a limit. Everybody has a limit. And that would come maybe in economics is elasticity. So there is a point whereby we break. When you allow a woman to be the one doing everything practically in the home, she will break up at some point. Same thing with the man too. When you allow the man to practically be doing everything at some point, there's a limit too. There's a breaking point. So we must be able to have these conversations. We must be able to talk about situation and things. If the woman got the job first, she's earning the money first, and the husband is still, so far that man is actively looking for. So far he is trying. you should deal with that man with grace. Same thing on the
woman,
man's side
on the
too.
man's side, yeah.
If your wife is not getting a job yet and you have been providing for over 1 year, because again, you can't muscle up everything here. The dynamics are different.
Yeah.
You can't
You
muscle
must
up.
work together.
You need the support
You must work together
to achieve.
Yeah.
But dealing with one another with grace and effective financial planning too is key. At that moment, stay within your limits. If you need to be in an apartment building, be in an apartment building. If you need to be in a 2-bed, be there. If you need to, cut every cost, do what you need to do to make your dynamics work. And importantly, deal with one another in grace. Grace, make it available. Otherwise, whatever you share together, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose it. Look beyond the situation. That's what I said. So far, the partner is active. If the partner is not actively looking for, that's another
story. Yeah.
It's a different story.
Yeah.
Because that's going to lead elsewhere. We've seen a whole lot of people having those kind of troubles and challenges. It can't last forever. So even if your wife is not reactive, the system will react. Because when the debt is piling, maybe you have a mortgage and the only wife is the only one paying the mortgage. You must be you must have what's it called? You must have payment for your electricity. You must have for your water. You must your utility and all that. The kids' school fees, busing and all that.
Yeah.
When those debts keep piling up, the system will ask you. And when the system begins to ask you, then you're brewing up issues that will, So in my own, to put that into perspective, it never happened in my own situation. No, I got here and I got ground running.
Hit the ground running, yeah.
Yes, hit the ground running and to the glory of God. So it was not, I didn't have to experience that. And I have a very supportive, hardworking woman as a wife. She is very down to earth, very organic. She will do anything within her power to support. So it was.
So it's teamwork.
Yes, absolutely.
It's solid teamwork.
Absolutely.
There's no me.
No. It has to be. Yeah. It has to be. Like my wife will always say too, that most people got married back home or not in good relationship. They just wanted to marry. So you begin to see those signs when they leave that kind of environment. And say, oh, I actually was not in love with him. I didn't like him. I just wanted to get married. So they get to an environment where it's so easy to say, no, I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, the environment will test the foundation of the love. And the
environment tests the foundation of the love, truly. It's always very easy for those breakups to happen. But when you share something sacred, you have a good baseline, you deal with one another in love, you communicate, you listen to one another, you make effort to adjust. When your woman says this, you're making effort. You see, oh, it's reasonable. Okay. And you're making effort. Your man says this and you're making effort to adjust. I think, there should be some effort in it. If you have a very solid relationship, I think both parties should be able to have common grounds all the time.
Wow, that's powerful. That's powerful. Let's talk a little bit about parenting.
Yeah.
One of the scenarios I remember, one time I was going to the gym and I saw your son.
Okay.
He was with some of his friends.
Okay.
Tall, Caucasians.
Yes.
They were coming out of the gym. I was walking into the gym.
Yes.
In fact, I didn't even recognize him on time.
Okay.
It was when he did what he did.
Okay.
I had to look at him again because I was surprised.
Okay.
Now, he was coming with his group of friends in their midst.
Okay.
And then I just saw somebody greeting me and in Yoruba, they say dobale.
Benny.
Like he practically prostrated a bit to greet me.
Yes.
I had to turn and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yes.
Is this happening in Canada? And I looked at him and I saw his face.
Yes.
I knew I had seen this boy before somewhere. So I connected and I knew that this is your son.
Yes.
And I just thought to myself, wow, this boy, I'm sure maybe he's a teenager. And you know what happens to how teenagers behave in this, those of them that are not properly put together,
Absolutely.
But this boy was able to do that in the midst of his friends outside. Some other person will even do as if they didn't see me or just look at me and turn. But I could see a boy who understood himself, his identity, who was not somebody who would be easily influenced by peer pressure. And I could see his friends looked at him and they looked at me because they could tell that this man must be important to this guy.
To this boy,
And I just felt something. And I knew that the parents are doing something at home. So my question is,
Yes.
what are those values that
Mhm.
you guys have been able to instill
Mhm.
into your children that is bringing this kind of result?
Okay, I think no matter what kind of value you're going to instill, I think the first thing we did for our kids were your word intentionality. We were always available for the children.
For them. Mm.
If I'm not home, my wife is home. If my wife is not home, I must be home.
Be home. Mm.
So we just don't let them be. Now, kids are kids. That boy too has.
I mean, it's not perfect.
I know.
Definitely.
So yeah, but because we're available, we're able to come in at some point to say, "Hey, what are you doing?" And able to like put them through whatever we want them to be like. So the first golden rule for us is one of us must be present. One of us must be present in the home at the time. If my wife is working, I am home. I could be working from home or she's. So we're always that. That's one. Two, we have relationship with our kids. And we do a lot of talk. We let them be who they want to be. We let them be whatever they want to be. But we do a lot of talk with them. So if you're doing something, we make them understand consequences of every action. And most times we follow through with consequences. That has been a guiding principle. That's one. Two, heritage thing is something I cherish a lot. So we speak our local dialect. Yoruba.
Oh, wow.
We speak that at home to them. Yeah. And we try to teach them what it is like. Every Christmas we do Yoruba challenge.
Oh, wow. This is interesting.
Yeah, and we give them money to
to encourage
them. Yeah. So we try to also let them understand this is your root, this is who you are, this is your identity. When you lose your identity, then you wander around. We didn't want them to wander around, knowing fully well the environment. It is hard for colored kids too, as it's hard for us too.
For us,
as adults.
As adults, yes.
Colored kids struggle a lot.
They do.
And
like as little as 10 years old, 8 years old, grade 2, grade 3, they are struggling.
They struggle too.
They hear things.
Colored kids in this environment. So the environment tries to making sure, but it's natural.
It's natural. Humans.
You are minority in an environment. So there is a feel of it. So it is important that you show your kids their identity. This is who I am. This is my origin. This is where I come from. And this is how we do it. Right. So once they understand and they know their identity, then they stop to wonder. But if you don't teach those kids their identity, they wonder. They want to be white. They want to be like the Caucasian, the white people. They want to be like maybe whoever the race. They want to copy things around. But while they have assimilated or they come from that place, because some of them are born here, they still understand that I'm from this place. This is my identity. This is who I am. And above all, again, I will keep saying this: belief system is fundamental. It's key. Having a belief system, like I said to you,
speaking about faith here.
Yes, faith. Having a belief system.
And you are a Christian. For us to be very clear.
Yes, we are. Yes. That's our belief system. We are Christians. We believe in Jesus Christ. So we teach that to our children. Like I said to you, every night we have a Bible study. We speak about God.
Yeah, we do the same.
We speak about God to them. We let them know how beautiful it is, how faith system helps you to be who you want to be, and what God and how God enriches your life. So these are very fundamental backgrounds.
And they see it play in the life of their parents.
Absolutely. So we lead by example too. We lead by example too. We lead by example. We challenge them. Whatever we do, we let them see, so it encourages them as well.
Now, I just want I want to just powerful submission from you. And like I said, I've seen this play out in your son. I was really impressed. One of the things and I like the point you gave where you said, you guys are always present.
Yes.
Somebody is always around.
Yes.
You can't parent from afar.
No.
Especially in this part of the world.
Yes.
You can't allow screen to parent your children for you.
Are you kidding me?
It will be a lot of issues.
Are you kidding me? Oh God. They know more than you think they know.
Honestly.
With the gadgets. So many other things. Oh my God. So there is a check and balance. You give them the screen time. You give them, sometimes they earn it. Like my daughter has a 2-hour screen time. So if she wants more, she has to earn it.
She has to earn it.
In her school work, in her grades she gets, in her home chores, she has to earn extra. So on Saturday after Kumon, she did very well. So she earned additional half an hour. So she's going to have a 2.5 hour, sometime during the week. Why is that possible? Because someone is at home.
There's accountability.
So it's
Someone is at
natural for
home.
them that when I get back from school, doing my homework, do what I need to do, I have a screen time from this time and it must terminate after 2 hours. So you see them come upstairs with the remote, like, I'm done with my screen time, and they go back to their storybook or few things and, get themselves busy with physical things around the house.
This is so, as I'm hearing you say this, I'm very gladdened and I'm happy to, and the fact that this is going to go out there, people are going to watch it and get to understand that, marriages, whether it's in the diaspora or anywhere,
Yes.
but especially in the diaspora,
Yes.
you don't leave it to chance.
No.
If you leave it to chance, life will not give your marriage a chance.
Yes, true.
Do you get what I mean?
True.
And then with the children, that's another big responsibility on parents to understand that, look, the children are the prize.
Yes.
You see, I keep telling people that the enemy really doesn't care about the parents.
No.
It's the seed. He's going after the seed.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
Do you get what I mean?
That's correct.
You've lived your life to, it's the seed is pursuing.
You are spot on that.
And this is the seed that is supposed to be talking to the enemy at the gate.
That's true.
And then you don't pay attention to them.
That's true.
Because of the hustle, because of the grind, so there are a lot of things that will
all the shift.
But it takes a whole lot of work.
It does.
A lot of intentionality.
Absolutely.
To make sure that these children are well nourished, brought up. I like the way all the nuggets you've shared and all of that. That's really amazing.
Yes. Most people lose the sight of whatever. Take all the shift, 12 hours, 2 hours, 2 days in the office, in the home, in the whatever home or whatever things they do, and they leave the kids to themselves.
Yeah.
Look, it's difficult.
Wow. Let's say one or two things. I want to ask you a question about, maybe one or two more questions before we wrap up on relating. One other factor I see that affects families here in the diaspora when they move in is pressure from extended family.
Yes.
And how to handle that.
Yes.
And to know whether you've had maybe any experience to share or maybe you know anybody. Now I know someone who was speaking to me about the core of the problem he's having with his spouse, with his wife. And he said that the core of the problem is the fact that the wife is so unreasonable when it comes to attending to the needs of demands from home. We call it black tax here.
I know, I get you.
The demands from home. So there are some homes where there is a huge disparity between the pressure that comes from the family of one spouse as compared to the other. Sometimes it's very lopsided. Even in terms of the relationship, how the relationship that is maintained and all. And for this person, that is like the crux of the wahala they have in their home right now. And he was asking me, how do I go about it? Right? So if you were to speak to, first of all, did you experience anything like that? I doubt it. But if you did, how did you navigate it? And if you know a person who is experiencing that, what do you think they should do?
Okay, I think my own financial dynamics is a little different. I believe in financial freedom in a relationship. As a woman, you have your money. And as a man, you also have your money. Then we can have common grounds. Now, when you have such level of freedom, you can navigate how you want to do or spend your income, as the case may be. So, but again, that dynamics may not work for everybody. Some people from the get-go, it's a joint situation. And when you have a joint situation and the husband is putting money in the same pool, the wife is putting money in the same pool, and they need to expense the money, and the wife's family or the husband's family are taking a larger chunk of it, I think they would need to have a discussion and redesign it. And you see, your priority has to be well understood by both parties. If your priority is your extended family back home and it becomes a priority for one of the spouse, then the financial dynamics has to change because it's accountability.
Right.
I can't say we have a bucket and I'm putting $5,000 into it every month. My wife is also putting maybe $5,000, or the wife is putting $10,000. The husband is putting $5,000 into it. Whatever it's going there, we have said it's a family account and we have a goal.
A purpose for it.
Yeah, purpose for it. Now, if that goal is going to begin to change, there is a need to have a conversation and change the dynamics. Otherwise, like the guy is complaining, that's going to be what is going to be happening. So in my own case, we have to a large extent financial freedom for both of us. I've got my own freedom. My wife has got her freedom. Then we have a common pool. So based off of our freedom,
So you don't discuss family demands.
No.
You don't. Everybody
Individually,
sorts theirs out.
yes.
Okay.
You sort yourself out. Yeah. So
Yeah.
So thankfully, my wife is very good with that too, and she focuses on what is very important. If there is a family demand, maybe it's your education. It becomes a priority. And yeah, if you discuss that with me, maybe I need to support or she needs to support me, then we get it done. Because again, we would have people, what is important is what we will focus on. That's what I'm trying to drive at. But largely, again, what is the priority? What is the focus of the family? Accountability is very important to both parties. You must be able to be accountable to your spouses if you're doing a joint pool. Otherwise, the dynamic has to change. So, yes, I have never had that kind of experience, as the case may be, because of, again, if my wife needs to do whatever she needs to do, she does it. She does it, yeah. But for the pool one, there's an accountability for that because we have a goal. So we don't try to, move away from the goal. If we have to have a conversation
about it. That's great.
You see, we have to be dynamic. You got to develop things that work for you.
We can't be static or fixed.
No.
We have to be malleable.
That works for you. If your wife is very important, if the back home doing whatever she needs to do, you have to have the discussion and change your dynamics.
Yeah.
So if your billing is a $5,000 and you need your wife's support for a $2,000 or a $1, whatever, once that is done, whatever left with, however she wants to do it, she's an adult.
Yeah, she's an adult. Wow. Okay, cool. I have, maybe I'll ask just 2 more questions and then we probably would wrap up here, right? So the definition of a successful immigrant family would vary from one individual to another.
Yes.
For some persons, it is the fact that we have so much money and we can travel for vacation every year. For some persons, it is that we have 3 houses in the diaspora. People would see it from. So to you, what would you say a successful immigrant family looks like?
Well, that's a very big one, and it's a question that doesn't have the right answer.
It doesn't have the right. Yeah, that's what I said for you.
Yes, it doesn't have. For me, well, largely, I think to be successful means that building a strong family relationship,
right,
and making sure that everybody in that family is happy. Doing what they want to do. And achieve whatever goals they set for themselves to achieve it. And, everybody's in good health. And
there's a lot of laughter and joy.
Joy, happiness, growth, successes, pain that we share together. Just making sure that everybody is achieving their goal. Nobody's constrained. We shouldn't live our lives constrained. Even in relationship, in marriages, the wife should be the wife.
Yeah.
The husband should be the husband.
Yeah.
We should enjoy ourselves, be free, and get some freedoms that you need, So for me, like I said, everybody in the family to be able to achieve their dreams. Everybody's doing great and doing well, happy, in good health. And I think that's what I will see to be having a successful family.
Successful immigrant
family. Yes.
As the father of the house, let me ask this one specifically to you.
Okay.
As a man, now I'm very passionate about men issues.
Okay.
And fatherhood.
Okay.
In fact, I'm very soon be publishing a book on fatherhood.
Yes.
I've done a whole lot of research on it. I'm very, very passionate about fatherhood, and I understand that the father is the anchor of the home. The father is the foundation of the home. The father is the source. So you hinted something like that because of when you were saying what you were saying, the role the father plays.
Yes.
The father is the one that people would always claim the mother is the one that holds it all together. We do appreciate that role. But to me, and in a house, you don't see the foundation. You see the house, you see the beautiful edifice.
Yes.
The father is the one, that's where all the load rests, his shoulders.
Yes.
And I can tell that just hearing you speak, and like I said, I've seen you from afar. I've seen your kid and all. I can tell that you have done a great job.
Mm.
And so, first of all, I would say congratulations
Thank you.
on 19 years.
Thank you.
Flourishing as a family.
Thank
and then 8 years in Canada.
Yes.
So, as a father,
Mm.
what are those practices, devotions,
Mhm.
core values as a man? So, speak
Mhm.
to the men out there
Mhm.
that has helped you be this kind of father you are, because I can tell that you're very intentional.
Mhm.
Some father would sacrifice that meeting time with their children
Mhm.
to watch a Premier League.
Mhm.
Do you get what I mean? But you're
Absolutely.
saying, we don't miss it. This is how we do it.
Yes.
And we follow this.
Yes.
There's a regimen
Yes.
in your fathering
Yes.
responsibility.
Yes. Absolutely.
What are those practices, core values, those things that have helped you be the kind of father you are?
Mhm. So there is a popular saying that says that if you're disciplined, that's when you're truly free. That's when you truly enjoy freedom. Discipline is the core. Discipline is the center point.
The center point.
You lead by example. Don't sweat it. Don't stress it. Just lead by example. Show your kids example. When I did a very difficult exam not too long ago, I made sure my kids were with me while I was studying. They saw how I burned the candles.
They saw you, yeah.
They saw me read through the night.
Yeah.
My son was with me.
Yeah.
My little daughter was with me.
Yeah.
My one in the uni will call me and we were doing video call. Incidentally,
oh, wow, that's
she
beautiful.
was writing an exam too. So we were both
You were
studying.
encouraging each other.
So we were on live. She was,
That's beautiful.
video. And
yeah.
why am I saying this? The kids know that you as the father, you set a goal, you go for the goal and you achieve the goal. They will naturally begin to, because they learn by what they see.
They learn by what they see, yeah. Yeah.
And when you promise your kids, when you say something, try your best
be
to
faithful.
fulfill it.
Be faithful, yeah. Have integrity.
Have integrity.
Yeah.
Integrity is key. Just as discipline is important, integrity becomes another impetus that you need to making sure that. So to put this into perspective, you have to lead by example. Show those things that makes things work. Let them know that there are no pain, no gain. Let them know no pain, no gain. That's the way the life is structured. That's the way it is.
Right.
You got to work for it. Right. When you work for it, you will get it. You know, be intentional. And I can't overemphasize faith.
I knew that was what you were going to say before you said it.
I can't overemphasize because again,
I knew that was what you were going to say.
Your baseline is important because that's where you nourish yourself from.
Yeah, in my book I said you can't be a good father if you are not fathered.
Yes,
by the Father of all.
Oh, that's a wonderful quote. That's an amazing quote because again, that's the source.
Yeah, that's the source.
When you go into the scriptures,
the children must know who your father is.
When you go into the scriptures, you are blessed by it. And as you're being blessed, you're transferring it to your children.
Right.
And you're taking them through the source of it.
The source of it.
Because let me tell you, we live in a polarized world these days. There's tons of information out there.
Right.
The only thing that narrows information that is very certain is God. It's the scriptures. The Bible is the Bible.
Right.
It never changes.
Right.
The comfort that you need, the beauty of life that you're looking for, the business acumen, the wisdom you're looking for, it's all there.
It's all there.
So drawing from the source, having a strong baseline in God, I think helps a lot. So whatever faith system, whatever belief, some people are Muslims, some people worship whatever, if depending on your race. I know Indians, Hindus, whatever faith base you have, just make sure that it's a very resourceful base that you can always draw from. The children can see you. You can feed everybody. You can feed. Your life must be able to challenge your children. Even your wife, your spouse, or your husband. You must live a life that when they say, can you say a few things about your father or about your wife? You know, you don't find it difficult to say.
You don't find it difficult.
You're just rolling it out. Oh, this is my dad. This is my mom. This is how it is. So, very important that you're disciplined to experience freedom. Lead effortlessly by example. That's very important.
And sacrificially too.
That's it. Let them see it and have that talk with your children all the time. You got to talk to your kids. You have to build them, build confidence, let them express themselves. My son argues with me a lot. And he argues with me. I say, hey, bro, relax. This morning he had told me, bro, relax. I said, why? I said, he would give me good point. And when I said, okay, you make a whole lot of sense. But this is why I think you should still do it this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And then sometimes we give them time to think over things and come up, and we jointly agree together, and we, do it. So I think it's very important that we lead effortlessly by example.
Yeah.
It's not difficult.
That's so great to hear. That's so great to hear. And I like the way you hammered on the fit thing. I think that foundation is also very
key,
important.
bro.
One of the things I tell people is that one of the best gifts a wife or children can have is to have a father who, when he says, this is what God says we should do, they can rely on it and know that road will not fail.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. My daughter said something one day. He said she was doing work somewhere and she felt that, maybe something wasn't going on right. She said to herself that if I tell my dad, you will just behave yourself.
Right.
So she was telling me, I said, Dad, I just said to myself that you better stop. If I call my dad now, you'll behave yourself.
Yeah.
What am I trying to say is you must be able to let them build an environment where your children believe so much in you. Based off of that, they know what is right, they know what is wrong. They can make their calls. They have an independent mind, and they can do what is right. You're sure that you're giving them all that they need.
My son said something to my wife. I overheard him say that, and it just melted my heart. He said, I love listening to daddy talking.
I know.
So because whenever I'm saying stuff, he's always sitting around. They like the children, but especially the first, 12. He likes to sit around. And he's gathering a lot of wisdom. And so he said, I love listening to my daddy talk.
You are the
and I knew I was doing something.
You're doing something. You are the only one that will do everything possible to make them greater than you. Effortlessly. Joyfully.
I'm the only, and that's so important.
Joyfully.
I'm the only one who would sincerely have that wish for them. Not any other person out there.
So when you make some calls that looks hard, right? And your spouse feels, you're too hard on them. It's not because you don't love them, because you realize that is the way the world is structured. I've got to build you well. We call it build to last. I've got to build you to last. You make those calls, and because you make those, what's it called now? Most times not sentimental calls. They're just calls that
they are necessary, difficult but necessary.
You just make those calls for them and say, hey, I know it's hard. I'm sorry, but this is how we gotta do it. And most times too, when we're making those calls, make you say reasons. I don't really like, because you're the father.
Forcing things down their throats.
So we talk a lot. I know it's hard, David. It's hard, Ola. Ademi, it's hard, but that's the right way we're going to do it. All right. I'm sorry, it's hard, but we've got to go that way. And we move. We get it done.
Amazing.
So
Finally, if you are to speak to a family right now, who is about to sacrifice their once intact marriage that they came with from Africa, on the altar of being abroad, now the family is breaking apart. Children are becoming confused, not knowing where to face. Is it mommy or daddy? And they are about walking away. They were once together from Africa. Now they're here. They're about breaking apart. What would you say to them?
They should take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and listen to one another. Talk about those things that are hard. One of you should listen. One should just listen to the other.
Just one. That's all it takes.
Yes, one should just
not the two of them.
No.
Even if one person listens.
Just listen.
Bring
out
powerful.
What is important out of that conversation.
That's powerful.
Itemize the things that are very important. Talk about it. Start small. Baby step.
Baby steps, walking your way back to where you used to be.
You can fix it. You can fix it. Where you need to make adjustment, make it. I said something. I don't believe, I like financial freedom for spouses. That worked for me and it's working.
It's working.
Maybe that's the call you need to make. Maybe that's the call you need to make. Maybe it's just little sacrifices here and there. You, the man, unlearn the unnecessary masculinity. Unlearn it. Put yourself out there. You have a family, protect it. You, the woman, calm a little bit. Whatever anybody is feeding you off, take another second look
A
at
second
it.
look at those opinions.
Reason. This is my husband. I once
Yeah, this is
confessed
my
I
home.
love.
Yeah,
This is
my
my
house.
children.
Yeah.
I'm going to break this up.
Yeah.
Now, to put that again out there does not mean that we don't know what issues everybody's going through, but take a deep breath, give it a moment, and give it a second thought. Now, finally, ask God to heal you. Some of us carry over our trauma growing up, trauma seeing our mom being very abusive,
Yeah.
trauma seeing our father being very abusive.
Yeah.
I give you a quick story. I know of a couple here that God healed not too long ago. The wife said, I couldn't just imagine that my husband was so gentle because I grew up in an environment where my mom would always fight with my father all the time. So I had to do the same. I thought it was normal.
Yeah.
So they splitted. The guy tried his best, but
the guy couldn't survive.
he couldn't
it.
survive it. They splitted. During the separation, she was healed. I was told, got to meet the lady and we began. And God healed her.
Yeah.
They're back together now, just to cut the long story short. And they're thriving.
Yeah.
What happened? She took over the trauma from her childhood because she didn't understand why would I have this guy who is very peaceful. She never grew up in a peaceful environment. Same thing happens to the man too. It could be the trauma of your parent doing whatever to your.
Yeah.
Take a second look at it. It's not normal.
Yeah.
Because you saw your parent do it doesn't mean it's normal.
Yeah.
It's not everything I do that is okay.
Yeah.
It's not everything we do that is okay. We have to unlearn those things that is not okay. That's one. Two, you got to be flexible. Listen to your spouse. Listen to one another. It shouldn't be so difficult. You can take baby steps and start to heal. Talk about those difficult things. Whatever that is in between you that is causing the trouble, isolate it. Give it a time. Think through it.
Separate individualities from the issues.
Yeah, isolate that
issue.
Yeah, isolate it so that you can both work together to deal with it. Take it away from your love.
Yeah.
Take it away. Take it out.
Yeah.
So whatever it is. So take a deep breath. Take a second look. Don't carry over your trauma. Heal from it. Talk about it. That's another thing that I see with a lot of people here too. They don't accept their trauma as a problem. And you don't begin to heal when you don't talk about your trauma.
Talk about your traumas. Yeah.
Healing doesn't start without you talking about your trauma.
Yeah.
You got to start talking about your trauma. Tell your spouse, confide in your spouse. Tell him, this is my experience. This is why this is happening.
Yeah.
Then you can both start to heal out of it. It's not always greener at the other side. It's not always. It's not always.
Whew. Thank you so much, Mr. Abiola.
You bet.
I have drawn a lot of wisdom from this conversation. Yeah. Some of the things that you've said, some of them are things I practice as well.
Yeah.
But I've learned a lot as well.
Yeah.
I've really learned a lot from some of the things, and I'm really, I would say, thank God for your life. And that's what I tell people: your marriage, especially if you're a believer, your marriage is a ministry.
Yes.
It's a ministry, and that's what you're doing right now. I mean, I've seen you from afar. I could tell there's something here, working here. And then I reached out, and then you're here to share your thoughts. And so I really want to thank you. What I want to say to our viewers, especially any immigrant family watching this, is to let you know that you have to try not to sacrifice the joy, the love of your marriage on the altar of being abroad. Don't allow coming abroad destroy your family. It's a fight that you must fight together as a team. And I like what you said, if only one person could listen. In other words, humility.
Yes.
One person is just humble enough to say, this challenge we are going through, I'm really interested to see that we work things out. And another point is, it's also important that you have the desire to see your marriage work.
Yes.
Because what you have not genuinely desired, you don't deserve.
Yes. Yes.
I'm telling you. So the desire that, look, my home must be a fortress.
Yes.
It must be a happy place.
That's correct.
I will not allow an intruder come in.
That's correct.
Whether it's in form of opinions or personal trauma, whatever, to destroy this home.
Yes, that's correct.
And for those people who they're already at the verge of walking away, I would say to them, have a second thought.
Yes. Yes. Listen.
There is hope.
Whatever plan you have doesn't mean it's going to come out well.
Yes. There is hope. You can still work things out. And I trust that our families as immigrants will be more loving, will have more flourishing families,
Yeah.
and that these whole stories of, oh, you come abroad and marriages are broken, it will reduce.
Mhm.
It will reduce. It will reduce. Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you so
Abiola. I
much.
really appreciate
Thank you.
this conversation.
Thank you for
And
having
I
me.
trust that it will be of great value to our listeners. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is another section, another episode of Echoes of Wellington, and I hope that it's been informative, it's been insightful, it's been inspiring. This is a special one. This is a special one. If your home and your marriage as an immigrant is flourishing, you will still pick some things from this. And if yours is having cracks, I believe that this episode is really going to help you to rethink some of the things that you need to do. So I'd like to encourage us to subscribe to this channel to get notified as soon as this is published and more are published. Also share, comment. It will be good to hear your comments as well. Let's engage. What you agree with, what you don't agree with, and then it will make our output more qualitative and it will give you more value. So thank you very much for hanging with us. Till our next episode, remember this is Echoes of Wellington, where every story leaves an echo that lingers.
Echoes of stories that are dead. Echo with Wellington.